I once heard a speaker liken the state of our current health to a fire. He told the story of two boys. Maybe they were brothers that were playing with matches in the kitchen one day. As would happen when you play with matches, a fire broke out. Afraid that they were going to get into trouble because number one, they were playing with matches, and number two, they started a fire in the house with the matches. The two brothers decided that they were going to walk away from the kitchen to hide any evidence of them ever being in the kitchen at all. So they walk out, and as they walk out, the older of the two peeks over his shoulder and notices that the fire has started to spread from the place where it started and looks like it's going towards the countertop. Now, he knows that he has to contain the fire, so he closes the doors around him and walks away. They go into their room, and about 3 minutes later, the older of the two walks back to the kitchen and he reaches his hand, touches the doorknob, and pulls his hand away. Ouch! The heat from the fire in the kitchen is radiating through the door, and when he touched the knob, it burnt his little palm. He knows that he must do something to stop this fire from spreading. So he runs to the bathroom and he grabs any towels, something that he's seen on TV and in movies before. He wrings the towels and he comes back. As he comes back, he notices the smoke is starting to billow from underneath the door and it's coming through into the main hallway and towards their bedrooms. He stuffs the towels under there and stands back and notices that, oh, there's no more smoke. I'm good. So he walks back into his room and he starts playing with his little brother quietly because he doesn't want anybody to know about the things that are happening in the kitchen. So quietly they start to play like good little children, hiding any evidence of anything that is going on. A neighbor is in her kitchen and she notices that something is amiss on the other side. She peeks and she peers and she realizes, what? Is that a fire that's burning over there? She looks closer and realizes that there's flames and it looks very smoky. She stops everything that she's doing and quickly rushes towards the door and starts yelling, fire, fire, fire! There's a fire at that house. The neighbors all hear her screams and cries for help, and some of them come out with hoses and buckets, and they all rush down to the little boy's home. When they get there, they knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. The knocks get so loud that the boys cannot ignore them. So they walk out to the door and they open the door, and the neighbors quickly come in and say, where is the fire? The boys point towards the kitchen, and some of the neighbors rush in with their buckets and start throwing water towards the fire. Some have pulled out their hoses and are hooking them up to the sinks and trying to get the fire out with all their buckets and their hoses. In the distance, you start to hear the sirens going, woo, 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 woo. The sirens are on the way. That means the fire department is on the way, and the boys are so scared. Don't tell my mother. Please don't tell my mother, because I shouldn't have been playing with matches and we're going to get into trouble. Don't tell my mother. The fire department gets there and they see the situation and quickly hook up their hoses and rush down into the house and whew, do what they do. Soon, the fire is all taken care of. As they assess the damage, they say, we can't use a few rooms. Maybe these 2 rooms next to the kitchen are out of commission, but you can still sleep in some of the other rooms that are in the house. But these, until further notice, cannot be utilized. They are the lucky ones. Their entire home was not burnt down to the ground. And such is the story of our health. Our health is on fire. But we are so worried that when we go to the doctor, we don't like what they tell us. We're so worried that the doctor might tell us something that we don't want to hear. And so when we feel that headache coming, we take an extra pill, a painkiller to hide and mask the pain. When we find that we're going to the bathroom a little too often, we go ahead and decide that we're going to drink less water to to stop the body from needing to go to the bathroom. When we start to feel more pains and more aches and realize that these headaches are not going away, these signs are not going away, we start to ask, "Ubani umthakathi, ndiyani muroyi? Who put juju on me?" We start to take herbs and we look for vitamins and minerals. We tell each other that carbs are the enemy and we banish them from our diets. but still the fire festers on. Our health is on fire, and our health is on fire. But we are so afraid of what the doctors might tell us that we don't want to get the help that we might need to calm down that fire, to put that fire out. Our health is on fire. Diabetes is that fire. Hypertension is that fire. Obesity is that fire. Cancer is that fire. We see it, we smell it, we know it's there. But we are so afraid of what the neighbors might say. We are so afraid of what the doctors might say that we do not get the help that we need. Our health is on fire. But if we get the help that we need, we can stop that fire from spreading from the countertop into the rest of the kitchen. We can stop that fire from maybe even growing any further than it has already grown. But we must get the help that we need. Our health is on fire. Your health is on fire. Will you get the help that you need?